Hi everybody. If you haven't seen Rachel, I'm sure everybody has talked to Rachel. This is Rachel in billing. I'm Amanda in safety if you haven't got to meet me. And welcome to the PDP Zoom meeting. We are happy that all of you have attended so far. We have over 30 people here. Anybody joining within the first 15 minutes gets entered into the drawing, one of two $300 prizes. So if you have friends, make sure you that are on the fleet, make sure you call them and tell them to log in. So we're going to try to keep tonight quick. Thank you all for joining us. That was my start. As you can tell, we're a little nervous. Usually we have Peter here to kind of take that brunt. So bear with us, please. Rachel, would you like to give some billing updates?
Sure. I'm going to start. Hello, everyone. Billing team just wanted to refresh some of the BTO's memories, as well as letting the new guys and gals know. Make sure you have what you need to know about the billing team. Just a few key points. For your dashboard, please remember to check your dashboard daily. This is where you're going to find your trip number for your fuel. It will always be on the front of your dashboard in bold numbers. And don't forget that fuel posts automatically. You can request it to be held, but only for that day. We can't hold fuel for over the weekend or the day before, so only for that day. Underneath where you're going to see your trip number, if you're on your phone, it's going to be your primary account. That is where you will go to check on your daily balances. That's where you're going to see your fuel transactions, your fuel discounts, loads being posted, your Friday payments, anything that's going to be on your credit and debit. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your primary, you're going to hit click me, and then it'll pull up and it'll look like an itemized list. It'll show you dates, times, credits, debits, and so that's where you're going to go to see that. Maintenance and repairs. We just want to remind you guys that if you are needing any maintenance or repairs, to please give billing team a heads up that you're going to go get that done. And then once you give us a heads up, you'll send in the estimate. And please remember that if you are needing help, if maybe you don't have enough in your maintenance account, that is a case-by-case situation. So it is very important that you give us the heads up and you are in constant communication with us about any maintenance or repairs that you need done. Also, paperwork. Most of you have been doing really, really good. I am a constant reminder of this, but please remember to turn in all paperwork. I say this repeatedly all the time. Please remember to turn in all paperwork that you get from the shipper. If you get 15 pages from the shipper, turn in 15 pages. If the receiver keeps some of those pages, that's fine. Ask them for a copy or see if you can take pictures of that, because you will need that. Most of the time the brokers will come back and say, we can't pay this load out unless all the pages are received, and then that means we have to hunt it down. So that just can cause you to be underpaid. It can cause chargebacks, and we do not want to do that.
Do most of the guys turn it in pretty well, or they have a pretty good system?
Most of the guys do, yeah.
Our fleet's pretty good about that. You just have a few stragglers, like, that wait to do it at the end of the week or something like that, and it kind of throws a wrench in things, or
I mean, sometimes they just don't notice, just missing papers, or maybe it's on the back of a page, and they didn't know that it was on the back of a page and it's double-sided.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. Just making sure you turn in all lumpers and all weigh tickets and anything that goes with that load, so we can make sure that there's no snag in the process of making sure that payment is made, and making sure that you turn in, when you turn in your loads rather, that you're putting the PDP load number with all the paperwork. That it's very imperative to make sure that you are helping me so that I don't have to go search or email you back and say, hey, which load is this for? So just make sure that you are putting the PDP load number in your email somewhere so that it helps me out and Sam. And that is pretty much it. I mean, for the most part, thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all. You're making my job a lot easier.
Help me, help you. Remember, we're old enough to remember that. So good news, our safety scores did improve this month. We still have one flag on HOS, which I know some of you get daily calls from me, and I'm sure you're pretty tired of seeing my number come up there. But there's a good reason for that, is because HOS takes a lot longer to come down. And even one failed inspection report really bumps it up and then makes us all have to work harder again and again. Luckily, our vehicle maintenance went down, which I think you guys know, like I was kind of harping on that pretty hard for a little bit, because our vehicle maintenance, just to explain it, there's a threshold and we are right underneath it. So anytime even one failed violation happens, then it can bump us barely right above. And then we have to wait a whole nother month, sometimes month and a half, before brokers get the new updated score and will start working with us again. So I know a lot of you have been helpful and let me know, hey, this one's not working with me. They say our safety score is too high. And so then I can go and I can reach out to that broker and say, hey, we're doing this, this, and this. Look, have you seen our updated score? Because we've improved. Will you take a snapshot and will you let us be able to work with you now? And that will kind of make it go a little faster if we have communication with the brokers and let them know that we're actually trying to improve and we have safeguards in place. So please, if you have anybody that says that they won't work with you because of maintenance HSA scores, FMCSA scores, just shoot me an email and that'll put you on my list. And that way, even if I can't fix it right then, because we still have 2 weeks before the scores update, I'll still have a list of who to reach back out as soon as I have a better score. Okay, so just keep that in mind whenever you're getting inspections or whenever you're getting tired of my calls, that I do it for everybody. Let's see, we got about 2 more minutes.
So she spreads the love.
I try. All right, so we went over that. Maintenance, she went over the protocol for sending in the maintenance. Just make sure that you are giving them a heads up and you are getting those estimates beforehand. If you are going to need help with like an EFS check or something like that, the protocol really is that you get the estimate first, and it's 2 reasons. One is because we got to make sure we are prepared to pay it up front for you, and 2 is to make sure that you aren't getting gypped. Sometimes you're going to a trusted friend and you think their prices are great, and we say, hey, did you know that everybody else is charging $100 less, and we're not going to approve that. They're taking advantage of you, because that's what we're here to help safeguard you as well. Proper incident and accident reports. We had a few happen, like I get, it always happens when Myra and Peter are on vacation. So they're not allowed to go anywhere anymore, because I had an influx of random incidents or people popping in saying, oh, by the way, I got hit. That is not the proper protocol, please. As soon as anything happens to your equipment, whether it be yours or whether it be ours, in general, it's yours no matter what, because you're the one that is the owner-operator and you're the one taking care of it. Please make sure that you stop as soon as you can safely to do so. Fill out an incident or accident report if there's any type of damage and send it. Take pictures, because you don't want to we've had cases where somebody might have a scrape or something on the side, and all of a sudden they're getting blamed in a parking lot for a hit and run, and they took off because they didn't do anything, and then there's no cameras, there's nobody to prove, and they say, oh, but look at your scratch. He or she can prevent that by saying, this was documented and it's on file. This was already here. This did not just happen. So that is one of many reasons why we have you take the time to do it. Updating motive. I did a count today, and some of y'all are in trouble. We have 41 out of the 70-something, so that's 53% of you guys do not have a current app. And so I know it's annoying because it's like every week, but please, if you can just like every Friday or something, just check it and see if you can update it. That would be great. Some people, I think you're able to make a automatic update, like on iPhone, I think. I'm not sure about Android. But if you can do that, I know it's annoying. You don't want to do it on all your apps, but do it for that app if you can. And because I'll know when a lot of when updates have happened and we're losing a lot of updates on people, is I'll all of a sudden have a bunch of disconnects from the truck or stuck on driving mode, something like that. So that is usually the first thing I check, and it's usually the biggest cause. So please, if you haven't updated your app this week, go check, because you're probably one of the 51 that need to do it, or 41. All right, maximum distance. Okay, Florida and a couple other states that you guys know are really strict on their kingpin settings, and so we just so much so that especially for Florida, because I think that's where we get most of them, they wanted me to make sure and communicate to you, just for Florida, the maximum distance allowed in Florida between the kingpin and the center of the rear axle is 41 feet. I do believe some of you just have the permit and you don't even have to worry about it, because they just want their money, I think, in Florida. So either give it to them up front or pay for it when you forget to fix your kingpin settings. And last, diesel storage on your semi. I don't think anybody would actually have this in our fleet, because most of you make sure to fuel at the fuel pumps where you're supposed to. There shouldn't be a reason for you to have diesel stored like in a 5-gallon tote or something like that on the back of your CMV. You should just altogether don't do it. Don't look for a way to try to figure out how to do it. Just don't do it. Don't take the risk. Because you can get a hazmat violation and all sorts of stuff. And I'm sure you've seen the video go around, because if you follow anything to do with trucking, you've seen the Facebook video. So again, please don't store anything like that. All right, so that takes care of mine. Do you want to go over the general updates?
Yep, I do. I have a few general updates for you. New updates will be coming April the 4th for Dispatch AI interface. There will be tutorials, videos, and a new, more user-friendly version. It will also be mobile-friendly. So that's going to come April 4th, so be ready for that.
Oh, around April 4th.
Around April 4th. Okay, so sorry.
You'll be updated.
Yes, around April 4th. So be ready for that. The next BTO meeting is going to be April 21st. We're going to be going over the Class 8 from Dispatch AI. They'll be joining us and answer all the questions that you might have. So make sure that you attend for the BTO meeting on April 21st. They'll be here. They'll be able to answer your questions. We'll obviously be here. So that'll be a good one to attend. Don't forget, Cynthia, shared the email earlier from FreightWaves. It does talk about that harvest has started in South Florida, South Georgia, and it's going to go like a wave up. So just make sure that you are following that FreightWaves. It's going to show you where some good loads can be to pick up with the harvest starting, with spring coming. So just make sure that you read the FreightWaves.
Yes, very good.
That's pretty much it for the updates.
Yeah, and make sure any of those issues you notice on the AI or the questions, just make that list and keep it in your back pocket for that day.
That's right.
All right, so we're doing a drum roll. This is for one of two $300 prizes for joining on time. And I'm just going to write it down here. All right, are we doing a drum roll? Spin. Who is it?
Mark Connor, is that right? No, Angela Connor.
Okay, it's yeah. Even if it was Mark's, close. It's still Angela's.
Yes, okay. So close.
Okay, Angela Connor.
Okay, and one more. Good job. Congratulations, Angela.
Yay.
Oh, Angela, are you still there? You have to say that you're here for you to win. Either type or say so we know that you saw it. Angela. Oh, whoa. Yay, me.
Yay, me.
Thank you. All right, you ready for
the
second one?
All right, here we go. Adam Gentry.
Oh, no. Do it again. Adam can't get that. No. All right. Awesome job, Adam.
All right, Adam.
But let us know you're here, because I'll happily claim it for you.
I'm blasted. I know.
Thank you, Adam. All right, and then now we need to go to the MVOs. Luckily, your login stuff is on this computer. All right, admin. Okay, and for some of the newer ones here, while we wait for the MVO report to pull up, how it's calculated is it's a mix of different points. I think I need the bottom top of that. Sorry.
Yep.
That way I don't mess it up.
Nope. Yep.
Oh, okay, I did have it right. So safety performance is 60%, and that combines a week of motive scores, 14 days of HOS e-logs, and your PDP card points. So it's not all just your violations and stuff like that. It's not all just motive. If your place goes down on MVO, it's a combination, because as an owner-operator, we want you to think about multiple things, just like all owner-operators have to. You have to think about the paper stuff, you have to think about the legal stuff, and the maintenance. So if you tend to forget to put in shipping docs or sign your logs or something like that, it can drastically affect your scores. Financial performance is the other part. That's 40%. 30 days of gross loads, 17% plus BTO balance sum, 13%, and as of now, plus 30 days of fuel to gross ratio is 10%, which adds up, all that adds up to 40. So it encompasses all the different aspects. So it's a really great thing when you're up at the top of the list. That means you're really trying, and it's not that we don't think you're not trying for everybody. It means you're learning and you're growing, and that's the goal for everybody from the top of the list to the bottom of the list here at PDP, is to make sure that you're growing and thriving, all of us together. All right. So in third place, in the most valuable operator award, do we do a drum roll on this one? It is Rashawn. I don't have to say your last name. You're the one and only. Rashawn.
The one and only Rashawn.
Rashawn Gibson, yes. Congratulations,
Like
Rashawn.
Prince. There you go.
You win. I always forget this right at that moment. What is
I
the
don't
third?
have it.
$250? $250, right? $250. Hey, that's more than what I have in my pocket.
He said, "I'm here. I'm here."
Good job, Rashawn. Okay, and then I do not know why. The next one, the second place, is how much? Oh, found it. $750. Ask me any day but today, and I'll remember this. All right, ready? Terrence Spencer.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Terrence. $750.
Good job,
What's happening with you, Terrence? Good job.
What's that?
Okay, and I don't know if you can win this more than once. Is it allowed?
I mean,
All right, ready?
do
Big
the work.
drum roll. $1,000. First place goes to Jason Merkovich.
Congratulations, Jason.
Great job. And
So nice. Can you guys hear me?
yes, we hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Congrats to everybody else as well.
Thank you. We appreciate all of you. We really
Yes,
do.
we really do.
Thank you guys for sticking in, even when it's hard, it's rough. When you have to listen to me nag at you or anybody
Me
else,
nag
she
you.
doesn't nag. No, everybody loves talking to Rachel.
Whatever.
So thanks for putting up with us tonight and for putting up with us in the future. And we love being a part of the fleet with you guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You all have a great night. And I think that's a record. 33 minutes?
33 minutes.
I don't think he can beat that next one.
I don't think so. No,
right.
I don't. I really don't think so.
All right, we're going to sign off for the night.
Hello.
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 Since I didn't win anything, y'all just go ahead and send my cash advance.
You have no. We don't do it in after hours. You have to wait until in the morning to ask for that. I know. See?
Protocol, sorry.
Now people really aren't gonna like me. They're gonna be like, oh.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Any other questions? Just make sure to email us tomorrow.
That's right.
Have
Bye.
a good night.
Good night.